during the first Trump administration, Tim Cook, other companies were obviously very worried about tariffs, right? And so their strategy was, we can try to make a deal here. What does Trump want? Trump wants his supporters to know or see that he's bringing jobs back to the U.S., bringing money back to the U.S., bringing manufacturing back to the U.S. Apple doesn't want tariffs on the phone, and it wants to keep as much phone manufacturing in China as possible. We don't have to get into the reasons why. There's a ton of them, okay? So you have these two sides, right? There is a universe in which both parties can get exactly what they want. It's like a trade, right? And so you saw that strategy in full form this morning. Trump, for months, obviously, the second administration has been talking again about bringing back jobs, has been talking again about moving things to the U.S., has been talking again about extra tariffs on goods from China. So Apple comes out with a press release this morning. We're investing $500 billion in the U.S. over the next 4 years, which, by the way, that's Trump's term, right? He just started. Okay. 20,000 new jobs, AI server manufacturing with Foxconn in Houston, doubling our manufacturing fund from $5 billion to $10 billion, setting up a manufacturing academy like a school in Detroit. So you ask yourself, what's really going on here? They want Trump to know that they're investing heavily in the U.S., and since we're doing that, we don't want tariffs. And so the spin to Trump is that we're doing this because of you. The reality is somewhere in the middle. The reality is that Apple has been investing as part of its business operations in the U.S. from the very beginning. The reality is in 2021, Apple announced a $430 billion investment in the U.S. The reality is that Apple hires 4,000 R&D employees a year in the U.S. anyways. So what's actually new here? To be fair to both Trump and Apple, there is a bit of an acceleration. So their typical spend under the 2021 U.S. investment plan, $86 billion annually. Okay? The new plan, $125 billion a year annually. So you're getting a $40 billion jump under Trump, and you're moving from 4,000 people on the R&D side hired annually to 5,000 people. So incremental, sure, but definitely an acceleration.
Okay. 1 minute. Is there a quid pro quo here? Do you think Apple actually already has a deal with President Trump that they will be exempt from tariffs?
No.
Okay.
But Tim Cook went to Donald Trump's office last week and presented this to him. Said, we're going to do this because of you, man. Oh, and by the way, we don't want to pay tariffs. And Trump knows that. Trump doesn't care about giving Apple a reprieve on tariffs. He's happy to do it. And he's happy to do it and tell people that he did it because Tim Cook is investing $500 billion during his presidency. He can go back to his supporters, his base. He can go back to Congress. He can go back to the world and tell them that the world's biggest technology company, the most famous company in the world, is investing $500 billion, its biggest investment commitment ever, right, because of me. And for Trump, that's awesome.
Yep.
And for Tim Cook, not having to pay tariffs is awesome. And I think that's good enough to get some sort of tariff reprieve. And by the way, let's say Trump doesn't give them a tariff reprieve. Who cares, right? I was doing this anyways if I'm Tim Cook.